Are we going? Yep, we are going. Hello, chat. How are we? Today is the day. I'm gonna pull up the page now so that when it happens, we can just go into it. Make sure this is recording this. It is. Alright. Alright. What am I looking for? Rigby. Yep. This is where it will be uploaded. Apparently.
So you want to know who?
This is where Toon Turf will be uploaded when it comes out today, by the way, he said. So if it doesn't come out today, we can assume it's, surprise, surprise, delayed again. Hey, if it doesn't come out today, then I wasn't wrong. If it's not today, then I was right. Alright? So, we don't know when it's releasing. I know Dutchia is also streaming right now. Is she... Dutchia... Yep, she is streaming right now, just like me. There's a couple people streaming this. We're all waiting for Toon Turf to come out. So while we wait, we've got to have some other fun things to do. So I wanted to stream this, but the last Pokemon stream didn't do that well. So I think I'm just going to do it in this stream. Pokemon quiz. We can do some quizzes to pass the time while we wait for Toon Turf. So for anyone that joins the stream, remember that. We are going to just do some other fun stuff while we wait for Toon Turf. It will be here when it releases. I will have this page open so that hopefully when I get the notification. Actually, I'm going to subscribe so that I get the notification on this account. So when Toon Turf releases, we are ready and we can just go in. But for now, before that, I'm going to see if I can name every Pokemon in certain categories. It looks like they've changed up the website a bit. Is it because like they added the new megas that just came out? Anyway, what do we start? Gen 2 is my favorite, but I feel like Gen 1 will be easiest, so I'm just gonna start with that. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Tortle, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill. Who's after? Is it Pidgey? Pidgeot, Pidgeotto, Giotto, Rattata, Raticate. No, I don't. I piss off. Kate. And then who's after Radic? Okay, this is where I fumble a bit, because that's the dex order I know. Okay, I'm just going to do the easy one. Pikachu, Raichu, Venom, Onat, Venom, I'm just going to do easy, like, early game ones. So, Parasect, who's, like, early game? Meowth, Persian. I'm just thinking of the anime. Let's get some forgettable ones out of the way that I'll know I'll forget later. So Seal, Dugong. It's always the water types, like those mid-game water types. Krabby, Kingler, Drowsy, Hypno, Voltorb, Electrode, Staryu, Starmie, Slow, Poke, Slowbro, Duck, Gold Duck. I'm just trying to remember like all the like middle little. Okay, Shelder, Cloyster, and is there like another like weird little water type in the middle there? Or is that all of them? Okay, I'm just gonna come back to that if I need to. I know there's the fossils, but oh no, they're tentacle. I love Tentacruel. Tentacool and Tentacruel. Okay, well, I'm thinking of annoying ones. Zubat, Golbat, Geodude, Graveler, Golem. Then on 3 stages, let's do Machoke, Machamp, Abra, Kadabra, Alakazam, Oddish, Bloom, Vileplume. There's another grass one, I think. It's... Oh, no, I know there's another one. I know there's Pidgeot, Oddish... Oh, no, Nidoran. Nidoran. That's like a bulk of the deck. That's like 6 spots. Arena, Nidoqueen, Nidorino, Nidoking. Oh, I just thought of the other forgettable water one. It's Goldeen. Seeking, Magikarp, Arados. Okay, I'm just gonna try to get that bulk of the late decks because I'm good at getting Lapras, Ditto, Tauros, Chansey, Snorlax, Tangela, Magmar, Electabuzz, Jinx. There's like a group there, and then who's the one? Did it get like an evolution? Is it like one that got an evolution later? It's like, oh, Pinsir. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna go back. Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Clefairy, Clefable. Just got a Mega. Hitmonlee, Hitmontop. Wait, no, it's Hitmonchan. Not, I'm trying. Who's the other, like, oh, Mankey. I love Primate. I should have remembered that. I love Primate. I'm like one person that like really likes that Pokemon. They're like, what's in? Oh, what's in that area? It's like right. Oh, okay. Onyx. I'll just do the fossils. Kabuto, Kabutops, Cypher, Omanyte, Omastar, Aerodactyl. I'll just do the legends. Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos, Mewtwo, Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. Okay, that's like the late bulk of the deck's done. Okay. Eevee, Flareon, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Magnemite, Magneton, Muck, Grimer, Coughing, Wheezing, Ekans. Okay, that's one of the early ones. Arbok. There's gotta be like a really weak, like... Oh no, it's Spearow! Duh! Spearow. Fearow. Okay, Mr. Mime. Okay, now, I've gotten all the obvious ones, I think. Oh, Farfetch, Doduo, Dodrio. I'm just trying to think of the M&J TV video, like the Pokemon that got no special treatment thing. What were the ones in that? Oh. So I watched that video. It was a great video from a great YouTuber. I'm trying to think of like Team Sky as well. Like, ooh, this is difficult now. I'm trying to think of like. I think if I look at. Oh no, Fire. Yeah, Ponyta, Rapidash, Growlithe, Arcanine. Okay, types. Steel I've done, Dark there's none. Poison, there's... Oh, oh no, I've got Zubat. Dragon I've done. Ryan. Oh, H-Y, right? Oh, H-Y-H-O-R-N. Rhydon. Kangaskhan. I was thinking of Giovanni's team, and I thought of Kangaskhan. Oh, 128 out of 151. That's pretty good. Oh, Ghost. Ghastly. Haunter. Gengar. Oh, Execute. Executor. Okay, we got that spelling. This is where it gets difficult because oh, there's still some like single ones like that and that one. Okay, what do we have left? A two stage, a free. It's a couple of evolution. There's a free stage left that I don't have. Who's that free stage? Who's that like free stage that I don't have? It's a grass type. Bellsprout. Oh, there was a second one. Never mind. Victory Bell. Okay, we got that. Okay, we got that. Ah, what was that MNJ TV video? I'm struggling to remember it. Every Pokemon that Game Freak forgot. Number 15. Electrode. I didn't watch that season of the anime. I watched X and Y because it was the best one. Sorry, XYZ. I'm sorry. That's the best one. This is where it gets very tricky for me. Because I don't know. I haven't played through Kanto much. Diglett! I was thinking because I've only played through Red, and on my Red team, I have a Doug Trio. I never beat the game. Doug Trio. Okay. Is that like a major one I'm missing? I feel like there has to be. I feel like there just kinda has to be, right? I have a. What's that free stage that I'm missing? Oh, Cubone, Marowak. Okay, there's something. Oh, what is that last single stage one? Oh, that's so annoying. Jinx, Cypher, Mr. Mime, Electabuzz, Magmar, Farfetch, Tauros. What's the other Gen 1 single stage Pokemon? Ah. Oh, I just. Porygon. It was Porygon. Okay, that. But there's still you. What are you? That one. Oh my god, Sand Shrew, Sand Slash. Oh wait, I was thinking of a Lola, Vulpix. Nine Tails. Oh, I just thought of it, it's Poliwag, right? Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Okay, that's something at least. I like can't think of a single other. It literally just goes at the end of the decks. It's like, what is between Hitmonchan and Coughing? It's not Tangela, because I've got Tangela. Oh my god, it was Lickitung. Oh, I hate you. So is it just that two stage now? Oh, it was Horsey. It was Seadra and Horsey. Ugh. Well, there you go. The most, by canon, the most forgettable Gen 1 Pokemon by, I guess, me, is Seadra. I used a Licky Licky in my X playthrough, and man, okay. Okay. Toontough? No Toontough. No Toontough yet. Well, God damn it, the first thing I see is this piece of shit. Get him off my screen. I never want to see him again. If you've seen my TikTok, you know how I feel about the whole Shay situation and how well everyone should feel about it. Just see what. This is a very good insight into my YouTube, by the way, into what I watch on YouTube. It was the most just random spread of things. I don't know. Do we even watch something, or do we like keep playing games, or you know what we can do? I wanted to make content on this game. Let's play it now while we have time, because I love Pokédraw. Because drawing with a trackpad always leads to fun results. Alright, let's go. Oh, we got an easy one. Okay, this will. So it's just kind of like boop, 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 boop. Okay, now it's just details. Eh, no, that looks like a penis. Okay, oh, you have a tie, of course. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no, it's Squidward. Oh no, that's an old man. That's an old man. That is okay. Why did I? Okay, Raichu. I'll go orange. Why not? fat, and then there's an arm, and then it's like kicking its foot. Okay, that's a foot, and then it goes down into another foot, and then it's fat, and then it has another arm, and then it has a tail. No, this works better for the tail. It has a tail. It goes like here, and then no, no, that's bad. I didn't get to do any of the face. Yeah, the outline looks okay though, I guess. Oh my god, if you... Okay, I'm gonna go off here. Circle, line, big happy smile. He's a big happy boy. Boop, boop. And then the eyebrows. Then some details. There we go. Look at you, big fella. Oh, you look incredible. You guys do realize that if this does well, I will be streaming Santa Tracker at the start of December. Oh, that's not even a joke. Oh, that's beautiful! Oh, it's beautiful! Look at that! It's a masterpiece! Oh, this won't be. I can already tell you this won't be a masterpiece. I'm gonna try focusing less on details and go more for just the overall shape. Like, that's a claw. Like, that's a claw. And then there's a body. And then there's an eye. There's an eye. There's two eyeballs and there's some teeth. Okay, that actually doesn't look awful. Then there's mushrooms. Hey, that's good actually. Wait a minute, this is kind of good. Can I get the legs in? Hey, that's not terrible. That's actually not terrible. That's not actually that bad. Oh, this... Okay. They're giving me easy ones because they know I suck at drawing. Egg. Egg. Big egg. Dead egg. Egg. Oh, I missed one. No, 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 get him, quickly. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's great, actually. I love that. Tag yourself. That's me. Oh, slow, bro? Okay. Big ol' head. Fat body. Leg. And then there's another leg. And then it goes back around. And then arm. Arm. There's some details there. Big ol' happy boy. And then big ol' shell over here. Okay, I saved it at the end. I saved it at the end with the eye. That would look cursed. It still does, but, you know, at least I tried. Seal? I guess I'll draw seal. So there's a head. You see my vision, right? Oh, this is great. Oh, are you kidding me? This is amazing. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's beautiful. Um. Oh, I can even add some details. And add its little eye. And then the tongue. Okay, that's actually I forgot the horn, but I'm actually not that upset with that one. I will gladly take. Excuse me? Fuck it. Um. 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 There's a head. Big old legs. And then his belt. His mouth. And then these are his fists. Oh no. Oh my god. You know what? What were you expecting from that, like, realistically? Golduck? Well, he's so angular. Like, what am I meant to do? Like, what do you really want from me here? No, no, I'm not doing this one. No, it turns out I just have no drawing talent, and that's okay. Toontough? Toontough? Show me Toontough. Show me Toontough. Why are you loading? Toontough. No Toontough. No, where my Toontough at? Where my Toontough at? What do we do that's kind of Toontough adjacent? Where's Shorts Wars? We can have a little nice trip down memory lane, you know? Because I miss Shorts Wars. Season 1 specifically, because it's a pretty good season. Here. This. Because I guaranteed when that fucking boy Clone Riggy is going to shop. Dude, this was 2 years ago? Oh my god. Holy shit.
Shorts creators have been poisoning the minds of a generation with this meaningless slop. These hooligans need to be stopped by any means necessary, and that's where we come in. This is a message to all Shorts YouTubers. You have 1 week to cease operations. Pack your things. Quit. We hold the key. And if you do not comply with our request, you will simply be replaced. This is your final warning.
Have you ever had a moment that was so perfect that it could never possibly be replicated?
He's gonna be in this. He's gonna be in
I have a couple, but the best by far happened about 8 years ago back in middle school. I'm sitting in the living room with one of my friends playing Halo Reach. We're 1v1ing each other, peak couch gaming time. In the room next to us, the TV is on and it's decently loud. So
I'll keep this on
we're
for y'all.
playing, I'm winning because I'm built like that. And my friend calls out my galaxy brain strategy of camping. So I say, I'm gonna wait right here for you. And immediately the TV in the background just says, stop waiting, from like some random ad. Me and my friend were on the floor after that. And I had to stop camping. I mean, the TV man told me so. The only other time that I've had that good of timing is when I put on an hour of silence interrupted by Vine Boom. My friend slipped on the floor and it played the sound.
Is cloning humans possible? Believe it or not, we're actually a lot closer than you think. Most people know that scientists were first able to actually clone a sheep back in 1996 named Dolly. And there are tons of clones that exist today, including horses, dogs, cats, cows, and monkeys. And you can even clone your dog for $50,000. So we're pretty close to being able to clone humans, right? Well, no. Aside from the many ethical, religious, and overall moral problems of cloning, while it may be theoretically possible, first, the clones wouldn't be nearly as healthy as us. Their brains and organs may be underdeveloped, and they have the potential to age much faster than us. Also, if you were hoping to have a perfect duplicate of yourself who was in sync with you on every level, definitely not possible, because our personalities are created by the experiences we've gone through all our lives. So you'd need to perfectly recreate every triumph, failure, relationship, heartbreak, etc. But that probably won't happen for a while. Now you know.
Beating shrines the wrong way in Tears of the Kingdom. Walking in this shrine is huge. There's some moving sand and wooden boards to cross the sand. Luckily, I have this wing shield. This allows me to get some distance when shield jumping and definitely helps. I got to this fence and couldn't cross it by jumping, so I grabbed the nearby board and moved it over with Ultra Hand, then used recall to clear the fence. Now there's a construct. I was trying to think of a wrong way to take it out. It didn't actually die when I did that, so I dropped the board beside it, which carried it to a spiky death. Okay, I made it up here, and the end of the shrine is just chilling. I stepped on this button, which dispensed this ball, and launched it to Timbuktu, and that looked really annoying to get, but I had an idea. I did everything a second time, but this time I made a bucket out of these wooden blocks to try to catch the ball. I took the bucket and sat it beneath the ball dispenser, then stepped on the pressure plate, and oh my god, it actually worked. This is easily my greatest accomplishment in any video game.
Can you guess who's taller? Video games or real life? Andrew Tate or Waluigi?
Wait, isn't Andrew Tate short? I gotta give it to Waluigi.
You are right. Mr. Beast or Goku?
I feel like the hair gives Goku like an extra like foot.
I think it's including hair.
Oh, it's including hair Goku takes.
Mr. Beast is 6'3". The Rock or Onyx?
Rock versus Rock. Dwayne, him next to Shaq, he looks small. But Onyx, I feel like is 7-something.
You're right, but you're off with Onyx's height.
28. Okay, I was a little off.
Johnny Sins, but like, you know, his thing, or Kirby.
Oh no. Kirby, I can never tell if he's like 3 inches or 3 feet.
But Johnny Sins, though.
At least like 2. Like that's average, right?
At full power, I don't think Johnny Sins is 2.
I want to believe in my boy Kirby.
Kirby is taller by half an inch.
I'm on a quest to find the worst video game ever made. This is Superman 64, and it's rated a 1.3 out of 10. People claim the graphics are the worst they've ever seen, and the controls make the game unplayable. Someone even said they would rather play with wet dog shit than touch this game. We'll see about that. The game opens to you being thrown into a mission where you have to fly through rings to save the city. This isn't looking good. It doesn't help that I didn't learn how to fly until like 30 minutes in, just because the controls are that bad. Now, yes, the game looks terrible, but I'm willing to overlook that a bit just because this was 1999 and 3D was pretty new at the time. This, topped on with the fact that the game doesn't tell you where to go, made my experience a living hell. I feel pretty comfortable rating Superman a 1.2 out of 10.
Speed on your shirts.
There's a woman in Ohio who says she's black even though her skin is white.
Her name is Roberta Euler. She identifies as a black person to honor her family's legacy, as some of her ancestors were African American.
This guy's gaming headset literally saved his life.
He posted on Reddit that somebody shot through his window and the bullet hit the Razer headset instead of him.
Today, we are going to find out if there's something inside the Pringles can.
Usually chips, but there was nothing inside his tiny Pringles can.
Is cloning humans possible?
Though extremely difficult, you can clone the genes of an individual, but the individual itself with his personality and past experiences can be cloned.
I bet you can't clone me, Kobe.
I bet you I can.
I bet you he can, as the cell source for cloning must be from living tissue like skin, so saliva wouldn't work.
You should never swallow your gum, and this is why.
She told the story of Samantha Jenkins, who chewed 14 gums per day and died due to a massive clump of it in her stomach. But it's fake. The cause was lack of minerals in her body and shortage of oxygen to her brain. So swallowing gum is safe to some extent, it'll just poop it out.
What is the ugliest sounding language in the entire universe?
All languages are beautiful and spoken by amazing people around the world like you, except maybe, of course, for Danish.
Would you rather always have to travel or never be able to travel? In the first option, you have a max of 1 month that you can stay in the same town or city. You're probably living out of a van for convenience, and every year you need to make at least one full rotation around the globe. So you can't just move between the same 2 places every month. And we'll say the cost of living is the same for both, just to make things easier. Or you get one house that you have to live in for the rest of your life, and you can never travel any further than your state lines or country borders for non-Americans. So wherever you're living right now is where you'll stay forever.
Chat, I have.
What actually
I am
is
back.
a black
I'll
hole?
put this on
Well,
full
first, it's
screen
not
so I know
actually
you
a
can see
hole,
it
like a
very
big
well.
empty gap in space. It all starts with gravity, more specifically speed.
There we
See,
go.
gravity is
That's
always
better.
active on Earth, and to
We
get away
haven't
from
got
it,
to
you
the
need to
good
be
stuff
going
yet.
at
This
massive
is just
speeds, which is why we
prologue
use rockets
still.
to be able to get away from Earth's gravity. The official term is escape velocity, which is the minimum speed needed to escape the gravity of a planet or interstellar object. For many years, scientists and astronomers
We're gonna
theorized
lick the
about a
string
potential
of the
object
shore.
that had such intense gravitational pull that there was
There
absolutely
we go, so
nothing that
people
could escape
can
even the
see
fastest things in the
speed of the
universe.
hair.
Wait, was that you,
Like the speed of light, which is why it's called a black hole. So what would happen if, say, you jumped in? Well, no one's ever tried it yet. It's pretty simple. You know how on a roller coaster, when you go really fast, your skin starts to sag downward off your bones? Now imagine that, but times 1 billion and with your whole body. The official process is called spaghettification. location where the weight exerted on your body literally flattens you. But now you know. Why money is worthless? Have you ever wondered why we place so much value on this little green paper? Well, before cash and copper coins, we used solid gold or silver coins. But eventually this became impractical as there was only so much gold or silver that could be made into coins. So we switched to paper banknotes. But back then, money actually meant something, as every single dollar bill was backed up by a specific amount of gold, meaning you could go into the bank, give them a couple bucks, and receive its worth in solid gold. So why did this stop? Well, the Great Depression. Everyone was freaking out since the banks didn't have their money, so they were cashing in their cash for as much gold as they could, hoarding it, and the government basically ran out of gold. So in 1933, Roosevelt declared nationwide the banks could no longer convert citizens' cash to gold, effectively banning them from handing any out. We
What
still
the
kept
hell? I want to pull
fragments
that
of the
video up. Hold on. I've just seen something in my other recommended. It is awesome, and I want to give this video, even if it has 100k views, I want to give some spotlight to this video. PvZ to power ups only. I've literally just seen this in my recommended on my phone, and I am obsessed. This is awesome. Shout out to Perpetual Prince. I think I've seen some of that stuff before. You see from Perpetual Prince. Yeah, he does these videos. He's the max level guy. Yeah, love this guy. I will gladly watch this on stream.
Power-ups, one of the more controversial features within PvZ2, and the controversy stems from the idea that they make the game too easy. And that's mostly true because if you've ever seen a PvZ2 challenge video, they are always banned. But under one of my videos, commenter Edward Peter Lemming had a great idea. What if we dedicate
I like the
entire
power-up
challenge
personally.
to
The flick is
power-ups to see
funny.
how many are needed to beat all of PvZ2? Now, how would we do this? I could just replay the first level over and over again, as it has infinite lawnmowers, allowing me to farm infinite coins. But this isn't feasible, as it would take me literal months to have enough coins. So what I've done is taken out a tiny loan of 2,000 power-ups each, and by the end,
That's
we'll know
awesome.
how many
I
power-ups
want
are
to
used
do. I want to
and how
mod
much it would
PvZ2
cost.
so
But before
badly.
we begin, let me show you the rules of the challenge. Number 1, I can only use power-ups, meaning no plants and also no lawnmowers.
Then
If
I'll
a
have to
zombie
figure out
sneaks
like
through
how to
a
get power-ups to
lawnmower,
work
it's
on
okay,
blue
but the
stats.
lawnmower just can't be strategically used as a damage source. Number 2, there are many levels with pre-placed plants, and the same thing goes for them as the lawnmowers. It's okay if they defeat zombies, but I can't strategically use them to lessen my power-up usage. And that's really it for the main rules. There are some mini level dependent factors, and I'll acknowledge those when we get to the specific levels. Oh, and quickly, about 8.2% of people who watch my videos are subscribed, so if you end up enjoying the video, consider subscribing. It's free and you can always unsubscribe. Okay, that's enough yapping. Let's begin the challenge. Day 1 rapidly starts with me zapping these first 2 zombies, completely missing my chance to zap the ones behind them. But thankfully, as I got about halfway through the map, another horde of zombies came in. So I waited just a little bit longer until they got very close to the lawnmowers and then popped a snowball power up, completely taking out all the zombies that were currently on the map. But of course, this brought in more zombies. Then I thought I could wait for these to reach the end and maybe more zombies would pop out from the back. But my stalling tactic actually didn't
I
work.
wasn't
So I
even
ended
gonna
up
be
just
enough.
using another zap power just for these 2
For
front
all
heads.
the
And then as these were the
worlds?
final wave of zombies, I used, of course, the best power up, the snowball one, to take them all out.
Bro, use the
Beating day
flick.
1
The flick
after
is
using
broken.
4 of my power ups. Day 2 was an outlier of a level because if you look down at my power ups, you'll see that my 2,000 of each are gone. That's due to the reason that this level gives you free power ups to use infinitely. And at first, I thought that this was gonna mess everything up because my original plan was to just look at the number at the bottom right at the end and see how many power ups I'd use. But of course, with this level, they don't take out of my power ups. But towards the end, I'd realized that I'd only used 6 power ups on this level. So the quickest solution to this would just be adding 6 to my total at the end. And you guys don't have to worry about counting, as I'll be providing an updated count of the total power ups used about every 10 levels, and then of course at the end of each world. But that aside, I beat day 3 using 2 zappy powers and 2 snowball powers, or so I thought, because
Like,
several
not that it would
camo
matter,
zombies
but-
were still off screen and actually
But that would be
survived
good
the
for, like,
snowball power.
Dark
And
Ages
this
with,
is
like,
actually
the
something that
sun
happens pretty
levels.
often, because I think
Oh
that
god,
all the
the
zombies
sun
are out in the
levels.
final wave, but then
Are you
somehow
just
1
gonna
or 2
omit
zombies survived,
those?
making me use a whole nother power up
I mean,
just
then
for
you
them.
can't
But that
beat the whole
aside,
game with
day
just
3 was
power-ups, I
beat using
guess.
5 power ups. Day 4 is a conveyor level, but of course we don't use any of the plants and just stick to our power ups. And you'll notice in the early levels of each world that I heavily rely rely on the Zappy power instead of course, the better snowball one. And this was mainly due to the reason that I wanted to preserve my snowball power-ups for when I needed them for the tankier zombies. And as day 4 didn't really have any tanky
Or
zombies,
use the
I ended
flick.
up using 5
Oh,
of
they
the
do
Zap
break
powers
grenades, that's
and 1
cool.
snowball. But day 5, I should mention an elephant in the room, the flick power-up. The only time you'll see me using this one is when I'm trolling or I just get bored of using the other two. And the reason for that is the flick power-up just sucks compared to the other
No,
two.
it doesn't.
That's actually
It's
a little
broken.
unfair because flick can actually be pretty good if you're playing on a handheld device. As I'm
Okay,
playing on
that's-
PC with the mouse, it's actually nearly impossible to use. But if you're a flick
Yeah, I
enjoyer, don't
noticed
worry,
that
I
with
do use it in a
Reflourished.
couple
It's
instances.
very
Day
bad,
6 was another conveyor level, and I
Okay,
realized
that's-
that I was
I'm
using
glad
a
you
lot more
pointed that out,
power-ups than I
'cause
initially thought. Originally,
Look,
I
I
was
would've
thinking
been like,
3
well,
to 4
just spam
power-ups a
flick, it's
level
the best
max.
one.
But the average was actually somewhere closer to 6, 7.
Ad placement at the perfect time.
It's Sky's
No,
best
fuck
ever
you, I'm
Black
not
Friday.
letting this ad
It's a
get
blinder.
any
Full
blah
Fibre
blah blah
500
blah blah
and
blah.
Sky
Look,
TV
Pokemon,
together
look,
for just
look. Can we
35.
skip now? Yeah, there we go. You're not getting any on my
I apologize, and I promise I won't say that again. Day 7, the first power-up I chose to use was a snowball one, taking out the zombies and some gravestones with it. And then, as some sandstorms rolled in, I used a Zappy power to take out all the zombies that were on the screen. And the next group was mostly defeated using a snowball launcher, while the one behind it was slowed down with the snowballs as well, after using a Zappy power to take all of them out. And then, another Zappy power was put into play to take out this huge camel, which at last sent in the final wave of the level. And this time, I waited for the entire camel to come out. And once I'd confirmed that all the zombies were on screen, I launched a snowball attack on all of them, just missing the perfect finish by one camel, who I then used a Zappy power on. Finally, beating day 7, having used 40 power-ups in total.
Only on
Day
day
8, of course,
7?
I quickly shoveled all the plants that were on screen. Next, zapping these 2 explorers, and then also getting another
wanna do a
zombie that was
challenge
coming
for
in.
this
Day
game
8
so
consisted
badly.
mostly of me just
I'm
using
doing a
Zappy
video about
powers to take out the
PvZ at
minimal
some point.
zombies
If that
that were
video
being
does
sent.
well,
And then, of course, on the final
might
wave, I used the
genuinely
snowball power. Day 9,
go and make
although
that
I already
video.
knew the flick was going to be useless,
Spoiler alert, I
I
do have
still
videos
wanted to
cooking
give it a
up.
chance.
I don't
So I
just
used
stream
it to take out
nowadays.
these first 2 zombies that had been sent in the level, right after
I
going
do
back
still
to the
make
Zappy
videos.
and snowball
I am
powers.
scripting
And the final
stuff right
wave of
now.
day
I haven't
9
gotten to
actually sent
recording
in a
anything
decent
yet,
amount of zombies.
but
And I
videos are
thought that I
coming.
might need
I
to
promise.
use
There
2
will be
power-ups
one-
to take them all
at
out.
least
but
one
one
by the
snowball
end of the year,
power
I
was
promise,
actually able to
okay?
take out all the
I
zombies.
promise.
Day 10 started with 3 Zappy powers that were able to take out the small hordes of zombies that were being sent. And then for the semi-bigger group, I chose to use a snowball power-up, later using a Zappy to get the zombies that I'd missed. And although this final wave didn't send in too many zombies, I still chose to use a snowball power just to be safe. And by the end of day 10, we had already used 59 power-ups. And 59 might sound like a lot, but this is about to get much worse, because on day 11, we're introduced to a second flag, which basically means a lot more zombies. And of course, we have yet to see the 3rd and 4th flags. The first couple of power-ups on day 11 were the zappies, and then as a bigger horde of zombies came in, I chose to use the snowballs.
I thought that was
missing
real
these
for a
2 cone
second,
heads,
dude.
so
Oh
I
my
had to
God.
use another zappy power
Oh
just to
my
take
God,
care
I
of
saw
them.
it.
Next, using a snowball power to take out these zombies on the screen, but then a buckethead and raw zombie also
A
came
fake
in,
Toon
and I
Turf
luckily
video, I
got them
thought it
as
was
well.
real.
And thankfully, the final wave only sent in 4
Dude.
zombies. And even though there was a buckethead, the zappy power was more than enough to take all of these out, finally taking down day 11. Day 12 didn't show us how many big waves there were, but this usually means that there's only one, which of course is good for us. And a couple power-ups took out the first few mini waves of zombies, but then day 12 also threw at us the coffin zombie, who actually got instantly eviscerated by the snowballs, so it isn't much of a big
Wow.
deal either. We just have to make sure that
They
we're
really
using
want
the
you to
snowball
pay
power
for
on
that
it
shit,
whenever it
don't they?
appears. I was also able to take
Hey,
down
I've used
most
the
of this
hell out
big
of
group
flicking,
with just
like,
one
one
snowball
day.
turn sent in the final
Fuck
wave,
one
which
day.
in numbers was
Fuck the
pretty
beach
underwhelming,
levels.
but since there was a
Fuck
coffin
Jurassic
zombie, we
Park.
had to resort to using the snowball power.
Fuck
And
Neon
using that,
Mixtape
we of
Tour.
course took out all the zombies very easily. Day 13 only had 1 flag and also 2 mold colony columns in the very back. The 1 flag was of course good, and the mold colonies don't affect us at all since we're just using power-ups. And we used a total of 4 power-ups to reach the final wave. And then the final wave sent in 1 too many zombies, so 1 snowball power wasn't able to take them all out. So I had to resort to 1 more zappy just to take out these last 2 camels. Day 14, we went back up to 2 flags, which meant more zombies once again. And you might have noticed noticed that I'm not really being frugal with my power-ups. And this is mainly due to the reason of how zombies are sent in Plants vs. Zombies 2. You have to deal a certain amount of damage for the next wave of zombies to be sent in. Of course, normally you do have the option of
I don't think people
stalling
realize
using,
how
like, wall
different of a
plants or
game it
other
is to
stalling
PvZ
plants like the
one.
iceberg
Like,
lettuce, but since I
I know a
can't
lot of people
stall at all,
prefer
it
one.
doesn't
I
really make
prefer
sense for me
two,
to wait
one is
for the
just too
zombies.
slow.
Because
Like, I
waiting
like
for the
PvZ
zombies
one,
would
but
just
like
lead
it's
to them reaching the
so
lawnmowers.
slow.
So the only real strategy I
wait,
can really implement
for all the
is
shit
choosing
PvZ
what
2 gets,
power-up
it is
I should
a
use
very
for which group
well-paced
of
game.
zombies, as well as waiting
It's
for
too
the final
difficult,
wave to
certainly,
completely
but
come
I
out
would.
before I
I
start
need a
using
game
any
with the
power-up. And I'll explain
difficulty
more
of
on that first
PvZ1
strategy
and like
in the next level,
pacing
as day 14 had now
of
been beat. Day
PvZ2.
15
'Cause, like,
again had amped things up a bit,
and
with
like
now
the Phil
having 3
50-something
flags,
is
which
great.
meant even more zombies and more
the
power-ups
game is just
being
so much
used. And
faster.
some
I
of you
think that's
might be
easily the best
thinking,
thing about
why
it.
aren't I just using the snowball power-up?
And just
since
the
it's
amount
much
of
better
content as
than
well,
both
like,
the flick and
you've
the
got like
zappy.
11
That was
worlds
actually
and then,
going
like,
to be
other
my original
modes.
strategy. I had realized that there's
no
two
matter
main
how you feel
problems
about
to
like
this.
Penny's
One
Pursuit
being that
and
we'd
Arena.
almost use
I like
100
Arena, but I don't like Penny's
power-ups, and we're
Pursuit,
only on
and then,
day
like,
15
Basebreaker.
of the easiest world. So I was actually scared that I
Basebreaker
might end up
exists, but
using all my snowball
respectfully,
power-ups before
this
I
stream
even
might be the
reached
first
Big
time
Wave
you actually
Beach
hear
for
that it
modern day.
exists.
So I tried to use the
if you've played
zappy
this
when
game.
plausible. And the second problem was that the zappy is actually much cheaper than the snowball power-up. And if I want to reduce the technical end cost of this entire challenge, it would be smarter for me to use the zappy on the weaker zombies. But strategy aside, we had now beaten day 15 using 91 power-ups in total. Day 16, we thankfully went back down to 2 flags, using 2 zappies and a snowball power to take out the first big wave, and then 2 more zappies alongside another snowball power-up to take out the final big wave, totaling to 6 power-ups in this one level. Day 17 was even better for us because there was only 1 big wave. And another plus was that this level had the challenge where we could only have 14 plants planted, but since we're not using any plants, this challenge becomes meaningless. But another thing about this level was that it showed us that the amount of flags isn't a determinant of what decides how many power-ups we end up using, because we actually ended up having to use 7 power-ups in total to beat this level compared to the 6 from the last level that had 2 flags. Day 18 was pretty sad, but not because it was difficult, but because we couldn't prepare any defenses. But these levels are actually pretty cool because they send a lot of zombies at once, giving us some pretty satisfying power-up uses. And since the horde of zombies were pretty big, we're pretty reliant on the snowball power-up this time. And even the snowball power wasn't enough every time to take out all the zombies that were on the map. But eventually, after using 7 snowballs and 1 zappy, we had finally beaten day 18. Day 19 had 1 flag, 2 mold colony columns, and a 16 plant limit. Again,
Did he
challenges
buy
don't really affect
Snoopy?
us. And this time, we actually beat the
Crazy.
level using 6 power-ups in total. Day 20, we went back up to 2 flags, and we had to
Imagine
protect these 4
paying real money
sunflowers.
for a
And of
plant
course,
in
in
this
normal
game.
gameplay, the sunflowers
post was
are
made
good
by
for
the
us,
Gemium
so since the
gang.
sun doesn't help us at all, the sunflowers are meaningless. And even the challenge itself is meaningless because the zombies don't really ever make it that far. The only zombie we'd have to worry about is the explorer, but since the explorer's torch gets put out by the snowballs, they aren't very much of a threat. And now, day 20 had been beat, totaling to 124 power-ups used. Day 21 only had 1 flag, and the first couple of zombies were beat using 2 zappy power-ups, but then we had to bring out the snowball power-up for this coffin and bucket head, right after using a zappy for this small clump of zombies. And lastly, the final wave brought in another coffin, so I used another snowball power to take out all the zombies. 22 had 2 flags, 1 mold colony column, and an 18 plant limit. And I saw these very 2 easy zombies on the screen, so I chose to use the flick power-up to beat them. Barely beating the Pharaoh as I almost missed it. Once again teaching me that the flick power-up is a very risky one to use. And this time, the final wave was a little spread out because of the sandstorms, so I first chose to use a zappy power right after using a snowball to clean up the rest of the zombies. But even then, I missed camels, so I had to use 1 more zappy to beat them. 2 flags, and consisted mainly of zappy power-ups until the final wave, which brought in our very first Gargantuar, which very surprisingly got eviscerated by the snowball power-up before it could even throw its imp. But then of course, I skill issued and missed the final zombie, having to use a second power-up. Day 24, again, is supposed to be a prepare your defenses level, but of course, we couldn't do that. And this level brought in a mix of a clump of very weak zombies, and then at times, a very small amount of very tanky zombies. And I was using the power-ups accordingly to which fit best. And I did actually lose a lawnmower on this level, but since I didn't really use it to strategize and it was only 1 zombie, it was okay. And in normal challenges, this would be the last level we play. But another cool thing about about allowing only power-ups is that we actually get to play the boss of every world. And even though it is pretty cool that we get to play the boss, there isn't very much strategy to it, as we literally
Oh,
just
the
snowball
boss?
spam. And the Ancient Egypt boss is the easiest of them all, and it took 7 snowball power-ups to take out
Yeah, I want
the
to see the
entirety
Frostbite
of his
Caves
health.
one,
These
and he just
bosses
drags the
actually get much
fire across it
tankier
and
later on.
murders
And
it.
that was all of Ancient Egypt, beat with a total of 163 power-ups. Next up,
Nope, you're not getting any free advertisement from me. Look at this. Look at this other thing. Come on, get on with it. Come on. Do the ad already so I can move on. What is happening, you piece of shit? Also, is this meant to be Evangelion
Day one
reference
of
with the
Pirate
font?
Seas, for
If
some
so,
reason,
love it.
starts with me collecting sun that I can't use.
Very
A truly
based,
unbreakable habit.
should
But
I
on the
say.
brighter side, the level only had 1 flag and a bunch of the basic zombies of the world that I
That's
could
awesome.
just use the zappy powers on for now. But of course, for the final wave, we brought out a snowball power, beating day 1 with the use of only 6 power-ups. Day 2, again, only 1 flag, but there's also another mini strategy that I started using when using the power-ups, and that was waving the power in the front of the map just so I could catch a couple more zombies that were coming in. Like, for example, right here, I zapped the seagull zombie, but then waved the power in the front and ended up catching 2 more zombies that were coming in. And the rest of day 2 was beat using a snowball, zappy, and another snowball for the final wave. Day 3, once more, 1 flag, and this level was beat using 5 zappies and 1 snowball for the final wave. Day 4 picked up the difficulty, now having 2 flags. If you remember in Ancient Egypt, the first 2 flag level was day 10. So as we progress in each world, this gets worse and worse. And another difficulty factor of day 4 was that it introduced the bucket heads, almost guaranteeing that I had to
How long
use a
is this video?
snowball for
An
the final
hour?
waves and any
I
other
got time
waves
for
that
that.
had the bucket heads or tankier
No, this is a
zombies.
good video,
and then
but I don't know if it makes the best content. I'm gonna like it so I can come and watch it in my own time. There you go. There's a like. How do I do thing where it like goes into multiplayer? Is that not a thing anymore? Fucking YouTube. They've ruined everything. I was waiting for the blue dot next to this so that I can finally be free from waiting for this bloody terrible game. No, that's rude. It's been a terrible experience waiting for it because we've just been edged so much. Just, it's gonna be so good knowing that it actually came out. Like, it actually happened. Like, I know you think that video is a joke. I genuinely thought this isn't gonna come out. It's just gonna kind of get lost to the wind eventually. Well, that is a crazy thumbnail. Jaren, that is a crazy thumbnail. That is wild, my guy. If you know, you know. Quizzes. I like a good quiz to pass the time. It's a quiz I did a little while ago that I think I'll be good at. Let's just search up power rangers quiz, because I did one where it was like name every ranger. I want like a difficult one. Hardest power rangers quiz. Am I gonna regret this? Yes, but hardest. Oh, BuzzFeed as well. That's how you know it's good. That's how you know we're in for something that definitely won't make me want to rope myself. It's gonna be like, who was the Red Ranger in MMPR? It was actually Rocky. Kill yourself. Sorry. Sorry. What? This is old. This is old. This only goes up to Dino Charge. BuzzFeed? Get your shit together. One of the Try Guys left. Okay, 71 questions. Okay. Oh, I don't put anything. I just... Okay. Find a better one. No, I think Sporkle is just the best one for quizzes like this. Name all the Power Rangers. I've done that one before. But it's like the freaking Wild West Rangers. Let's try this one in order. Okay, this seems like it could be fun. Because I can always play quick. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. Okay. NPR movie. Rangers in here. Zio. What? Oh no, Rangers was in there. Ah, I didn't look properly. That's my fault. Just looking. These are so stupid. This one seems silly and fun. Oh yeah, this looks good. This looks really good. Okay, first one is Operation Overdrive. Underrated theme song. Fury. I listen to these theme songs like religiously. This is NMPR. What? Breaking down. What is this one? What is it? Immediately, but it's not. What? PM? Is it? It's Jungle Fury. Not Jungle Fury. Is it Time Force? I really want to know about Time Force. Beast. Morphers. What other ones do I like? Ninja Steel. What is break them down, make darkness disappear? Oh. Mega Force. Is it RPM? Not RPM. Lost Galaxy? I was just bragging about how much it's Cosmic Fury. It's not Cosmic Fury. Oh no, I don't know. It's if it's Dino Thunder, I'm gonna shoot myself. It's not the movie. Oh, I'm actually okay. Can I skip? I can skip that one. Never, never give up without a fight together. Is this Beast Morphers? Is this Jungle Fury? Okay, I'm just gonna do the ones I know. This one is the one of my favorite ones. This is Wild Force. Turbo. Another go team song. Oh, that's RPM. Dino Thunder. Those aren't. That's in this is Mystic Force in space. SPD. Time Force. Samurai. Wait, what? Mega Force? They're like same. Oh my god, it was Mega Force. I hate it. That one, no, because it's Samurai Forever in that one, innit? This is Dino Charge. There's Ninja Storm. There's my boy. There's my goat. Oh, that's Lost Galaxy. If I can have the instrumental in my head, this is Cosmic Fury. Beast Morphers. Jungle Fury. Samurai. Oh, but there's just two seasons that I haven't mentioned then, right? Let me think of one of them is Ninja Steel. Ninja Steel. Ninja Steel. Okay, that one was Ninja Steel. What season haven't I mentioned? Alien Rangers. There's a season I haven't mentioned, isn't there? There's a season I haven't mentioned, isn't there? Ah, what is it? Just a season that I haven't mentioned. Really stupid to find out. What is it? Hyperforce, that theme? What theme? What if oh, I watched that. I never watched Hyperforce. That's stupid. That shouldn't count. That really shouldn't count. I know this was part of an interesting theme, so oh, never give up. Yeah. Hey, this just says trivia. There's also a crossword. I might try that. Okay. Oh, these it's Chad, right? It's Chad. It's Chad, yeah. Just send. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a virgin. I don't know. I go outside. I've showered at least once in my life, so I don't know anything about I don't know this guy. Oh, that was right. Wait, what? I don't get to continue? Oh, shit. I keep going. I don't care. Bloody Sentai bullshit. Fuck you. really couldn't care less about Sentai. Oh wow, okay. What is the number? That's 3. Is it zero range of 1? Is it 2? Delphine. Had some stuff colors. What? Oh! Oh, I get what it means. Wait, no, Samurai had a green and not black. RPM didn't have pink. When SPD, wait, might be that because SPD was red, blue, yellow, pink, green. Yeah, this one. What? Wait. What? Isn't it's not? Is it Ilimon because there's a white ranger? Pink? Oh, it might be. It was this guy, right? Free, Overdrive, Delphine. It was this one. Yeah, but that's both right, but okay. And identities unknown to everyone. No, because Dino Thunder they found out. Light Speed. The Sensei knew. Is it Dino? Was it Ninja Storm? Was it Ninja Storm? No, that's Bull because. Oh, it said known to everyone! Cosmic Steel. Isn't it? Forward at least once in my life, so I don't know. Virgin? I don't know. Just I go outside. Just sent. Oh, I don't know. I'm not a virgin. I don't know. Just I go outside. Are we back? That was. It said I disconnected. Still no Toon Turf. Are we good? Did my hatred for Sentai purists break the stream? They're after me. They're after me. Fuck them though. They all suck, and they know they do. But your franchise is dead now, idiots. No, they deserve it. They deserve it. Why is that Yendo figure so detailed? Was look at these other ones. Look at Chica. She looks like a jack-o'-lantern. Let's see what Dutchie is doing. Is Dutchie still streaming? She said she'd stream until it came out.
it's also, yeah.
She's playing Pika game.
Dude, we're just waiting now. That she's British, I know. Gutted. What's the game called? Pika game. I know from Bluey that is. How many of you guys watch Bluey? I don't have any. I don't have any like younger siblings, so I unfortunately can't watch Bluey as often as I'd want to. But I've seen clips from it. I've heard it's pretty good. I have a theory that Dacia is British. I'm actually I don't know what I can lie about being. I'm actually American, guys. I just got hit on the head as a child. I got hit in the head and then I gained this accent. I've been American this whole time.
Me too, actually.
It's out. I think you lie. I don't trust you. Can we watch Bluey right now? I would, but Bluey is Australian. I thought yes, Bluey is Australian, but I was saying I don't know what Australians say. Cool.
Did it actually remove multiplayer? I hate YouTube. I hate YouTube now. I think I'm moving to what's like the worst. I'm moving to the what's like the worst platform I can say I can move to full time. Like Kick. Well, there's one, but I don't want to say it on here because children might watch. But if you know, you know. I think I'm gonna do that right now. These are just all things I've wanted to do on here for a while. Favorite Pokemon pickup. Because I do this every so often, but my opinions change a lot. So I'm just gonna do one. I'm gonna do an updated one here now. Why not? Oh, this was my last one, my shiny one. Okay, I want to reset this. How do I reset this? Reset the grid. Reset grid. Yep. Is shiny still on? Nope, it's not. Alright, perfect. We can now go through. Gen 1 normal. Ooh, Gen 1 normal. I like Tauros, but it's Ditto, right? I like Raticate, but like it's... Is it Ditto or Tauros? I think it's still Ditto. I'm gonna keep it Ditto. For now. Ooh, Gen 1 Fire. Okay, this is either you, or you. I think it might still be I think it might be Moltres. I think I've always liked Moltres. It's cool. There's a lot of water. Okay, who immediately stands out? I love Blastoise. Blastoise is my guy. But I also really like Lapras. And Gyarados. But they could be in other categories. And Vaporeon. But that's not my favourite evolution. No, I'm gonna pick you for starter. And what's in ice? Okay, yeah, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go... Oh, what's in fly? Oh, wait, Gyarados might miss that. I'm gonna go Vaporeon for water. Oh, these are all... I like Ivysaur a lot. But also Tangela. Nah, it's Tangela. I love Tangela. I'm gonna have weird picks. That's just me. Like here, it's Magnemite. I like little dudes. What can I say? Here though is Lapras. Fighting is Primeape. Poison. Oh, is it Tentacruel or is it... I like Nidoqueen a lot. Yeah, it's Nidoqueen. I think that Pokemon's awesome. But here... Oh, is it Sandslash or Dugtrio? I think it's Sandslash. Flying... Aerodactyl. Yeah. Here... Oh, but Mewtwo's going to be Legend. Probably. So I'm going to go Starmie. Actually, oh, is it Starmie? No, it's Abra. No, it's Abra. He's awesome. I love Abra. I love little dudes. Look how many cute little guys there are on my list. You're gonna have to get used to it. But Pinsir. But I like Pinsir. Here, oh, I could have gone Aerodactyl here. Now I'll go Kabuto here. This is Gengar though. I remember trading with a friend back in secondary school. He wanted Alakazam, I wanted Gengar, so I grinded up a Ghastly, he grinded up a Kadabra, and we traded it to each other, and it was a great day. Anyway, I like Dragonite. Dragonite's cool. Hold on, I want to check down here. Do they have the new Megas? Wait, no, wouldn't that be Gen 9, technically? They do have the new Megas, and they have... Oh, those sprites are cool. Okay. Here, it's missing no... Steel... I guess Magneton. Here is Wigglytuff. Starter is Blastoise. Gimmick. Oh, all the new Megas are here. Well, only... Oh, I really like Mega Victory Bell. I really like Mega Victory Bell. But I have... It's Mega Gengar, isn't it? Like... No, screw it. Oh, no, Mega Clefable's awesome, though. I think I like Mega Victory Bell more, though. Legend, Mewtwo, favourite overall. Would I consider any of these, like, one of my favourite Pokemon? Yeah, Mewtwo. Yeah, it's Mewtwo. I'm sorry. But I'm sorry that's basic, but it just is, though, isn't it? Like, I feel like Gen 2 is going to go a lot quicker. It's my favourite generation. I know a lot of my favourites here. Like, hey, it's Girafarig. But Typhlosion's gonna... No, we can go Magcargo here. I was gonna... No, we'll pick Magcargo. We'll go Typhlosion here. Ooh. Oh, is it a Azumarill or Octillery? No, it's a Azumarill. Here... Is it... Ooh. I found a lot of shiny Hoppip in my day. Yeah, I think it's Hoppip. Here, Ampharos. Piloswine. Oh, easily Heracross. Easily Crobat. Definitely Steelix. Oh, this is... Oh, Skarmory. Duh. That's one of my favourite Pokemon. Are you kidding me? I love Skarmory. Gen 2 literally has, like, my two favourite Pokemon in it. Oh, Espeon. Another one of my favourites. Another one of my original favourite right here. No, my favorite... I was actually Wartortle, my first ever favourite, but... Oh, I should have... No, yeah, I didn't pick Magcargo. Okay, we can go Magcargo. Misdreavus. Kingdra. Houndoom. Or is it Murkrow? No. Yeah, I'll give it to Murkrow. Oh, I guess it's Fortress. Unless... No, I can go Yanma here, because I love it shiny. And I can go Scizor here. Fairy... Well, I've already... But I do like Cleffa. I could change something here. I really like Slowking. For Alligator got that fat dumpy. I don't think I want to change anything there. I think I'll just go Cleffa here. And then here can be Cyndaquil. Mega. It's Mega Heracross. Because if you know, you know. Boys. Or who do I like more? Lugia or Ho-Oh? Probably Ho-Oh. And then here, I'm sorry, it's Cyndaquil. That's my favourite poke. Spoiler alert, Cyndaquil is also going to be right here. That hasn't changed and that won't ever change. Gen 3, I don't think about Gen 3 much. But I like Zigzagoon, but I also really like Swellow. I might go Swellow here. Here, Torchic. Definitely. Oh, do I want Torchic for starter? Ooh, wait. I'll go Camerupt here. Here, Sharpedo. Love that guy. Here. Oh, Cradilly. Of course. Manectric. Glalie. Hariyama. I'm not realize there's a lot of, none of my favorites are in here, but like a lot of like ones I can go like, yeah, that's a cool one. That's solid. Very solid Pokemon here. Like Dustox. I like Dustox. So that's what I'm gonna say about this. Like, I like this one. I like you. I like you. I like you. That's it. Just like, I like them. They're solid. They're good. And that's it. Swampert's kind of fallen off in my mind. It used to be like a favourite of mine, but I've been converted to the way of the Torchic. I think I like that line more, honestly. Oh, Altaria. I love Altaria. Psychic. Metagross. Shedinja. I should have picked Cradilly here. What can I'll go... Oh, Roserade isn't this generation. Oh, I thought Roserade would be here. Oh, I'll go Aggron here. Dusclops. Mence. Or do I go a different water type? Over here. I'll go Carvana. And then I'll go Sharpedo. That's going to be Legend, though, isn't it? Oh, this is difficult. There's a lot of overlap in Gen 3. I could go, like, Medicham here. Yeah, and I'll go Gardevoir here. Or do I go Ralts? I like Ralts. I'll go Ralts, Metagross, Gardevoir. No, not Kiralua. It's Gardevoir. And then Torchic. Or it's Mega Manectric, right? Mega Manectric, right? Yeah. And then Jirachi. And then overall favourite. The Gross? Is it good? I think it's Metagross. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's Metagross. And I don't know why I think that, I just do. Right. Gen 4. Porygon Z. Oh. That was a very loud notification. Fire. Is it weird for me to say Rotom? Because I don't like the Infinite line at all. Most overrated starter. Maybe. No, Sceptile. Sceptile's more overrated. I like. Oh, but Palkia might be over here. Yeah, I'll go Palkia here for now. Here. I used to really like Leafeon. It used to be my favourite evolution, but it's kind of fallen off in my mind. I do still like it, though. I think I might... Now I'll go Leafeon. Here, easily you. Oh, I really like Frostlass. I've never used it, though. Where's my... Yeah, Hello. Right, chat, we are back. Where were we? We were at Gen 4 fighting games. I like Toxicroak more. I was gonna say I like Lucario. I don't get the hate, but Toxicroak's better. Is the thing. Now hold on. Do we have Toon Turf? Yet. Do we have Toon Turf? Nope. Alright. Oh. Okay, no, here's Roserade. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's close, but it's Roserade. Gliscor's overrated. Mamoswine kind of is, but I like it more. But I think Gastrodon's... Is it? No, it's Garchomp. Here, ooh, is it you? Or you? I've used you before, that gives you an edge. Here, Uxie, Vespiquen, Shieldon, oh, Spiritomb, Dialga. Okay, no, here's where Honchkrow comes in. Yeah, there's Honchkrow. Okay, no, yep, here's Lucario's spot. There you go. Togekiss, Torterra. Oh, Mega Frostlass is in it now. I really like Mega... I'm gonna go Mega Frostlass. I really like it. It's cool. It looks really cool in the game, okay? Here... I've already gone Dialga and Palkia. Could I change one of those, perhaps? Not that one. Okay, no, I haven't picked Gastrodon for... I'll go Gastrodon here, so I can go Palkia here. And then favourite overall... Magnezone. Can you tell what my favourite type is? Yeah, that's right, it's Bug. No, it's Steel. It's Steel. Normal type for Gen 5. I really like Meloetta, but I like Watchog. I'll go Meloetta because I know that's not winning Legendary. Fine, now this is difficult because I'm definitely picking this for starter. But Chandler will probably win Ghost. Oh, no, it's Golurk there. You know what? I'll go Chandelure here. Water. Kind of lame. So I go... Unironically, I think I'm going to go Simipour because I've used it. And it was quite good when I used it. Oh, no, this is easy. This is Ferrothorn. Here, Stunfisk. It's funny. I like Beartick. Sork is actually really good. If you use it, it's really good. I've used it in playthrough before, and it's very good. Now here is probably a Moongus, because I've used it compared to Scolipede. Excadrill, so disappointed by its Mega. Here, I love Sigalith. Sigalith is awesome. Reuniclus is awesome. Crostal is awesome. So is Gigalith. Golurk can be here. Haxorus, one of my guys. Is this Hydra? Yeah, it's Hydreigon. They just knocked it out of the park with the pseudos in this one. I don't know what to say. Here, Cobalion, because that carried me through my first ever White 2 playthrough. There's Whimsicott. That's Emboar. This is Mega Emboar. No, wait, no. Mega Scrafty. This is the best Mega they've ever made, and it's not close. Legendary, I like the bird. And here, a part of me really wants to say Mega Scrafty, because it is just perfectly designed. But I'm gonna go Haxorus. Or it's just all these big, strong fellas and then Cyndaquil. Ooh, Gen 6. This is going to be a lot of nostalgia-based picks. Do I go Megas here? No, I'm going to try to stray away from Megas. So, all of these kind of suck, though. I'll go Heliolisk. I like a bit of Heliolisk. Fire. Fennekin's not winning starter, so I'll put it there. Oh, I do like Barbarian. No, it sucked in the playthrough when I used it. Is Greninja gonna win starter, or is it gonna be? Or am I gonna go Chespin for starter? Yeah, okay. I'll go Greninja here. Here, Trevenant easily. Here, ooh. Then what would I change this to? I don't like any. You know, I'll make the one exception. I'll go Mega Pidgeot, so I can put Heliolisk there. But that's just because I don't like any of the other ones, other than Heliolisk. And I'm not doubling up. Anyway, Aurorus, Hawlucha. They don't have Mega Hawlucha. Lame. Dragalge. I'm really trying to avoid Megas here. If I know a Mega isn't going to win Best Mega, I'll just go Mega Steelix here then. Because Gen 6 just doesn't have enough. Like here, I'm going to go Mega Pinsir. Or, yeah, I'm going to go Mega Pinsir. Here, Inkay is so useful for chain fishing. But Malamar is so cool. Here, Spupa. No comments needed, really. It's Spupa. I'll go Tyrantrum here. I like him. Oh, easily. Aegislash, are you kidding me? Easily Goodra, are you kidding me? I love Goodra. That's a problem. You know, Inkay, sure, Inkay. Here, can I just go the other? And I'll go Klefki. Here, I like Florgus. I really like but I'll go Xerneas. Specifically the gay one. Chespin. Ooh, we have all the new Megas as well. Well, some of them. I gotta pick one of the new... Oh, no. When I first saw this design, I fell in love. This is such a cool design. We have 3 ZA Megas here. 4, actually. They just knocked it out of the park with 99% of them, except Starmie. Legend. Do I change Xerneas to Florgus? I'll change it to Florgus so I can put Xerneas here. Overall, easiest choice. Absolutely Aegislash. Gen 7, more nostalgia. I'll go Toucannon. Or Null. I really like Null. No, I got a shiny Toucannon in a file once. I've got to go Toucannon for that one. I just got to be honest with myself. Just like here, I'm going to choose Salazzle. Here... I like a lot of them. I really like Araquanid. I really like Golisopod. I really like this line. I'm going to go Araquanid. Oh, absolutely Lurantis. Just actually one of the coolest Pokemon they introduced in this gen. Do I go Vikavolt? Vikavolt's overrated, but no, this guy's funny. I like Golem. Oh, God, I love this Sandslash. Ice and Steel. Amazing. I really like Kommo-o. I don't get why people don't like Kommo-o. I like him. He's very cool. Here, oh no, is it Nihilego? But Rock's coming up. Or it could... You know what? I'll go Muck here. Yeah, I like that Muck. Here's Palisand. You know, I'll go Rowlet here. Rowlet's not winning best starter, so I'll put Rowlet there. I love Tapu Lele. Oh, these all suck. Oh wait, no. I can put Golisopod on the list now. There we go. And here can be Nihilego. That's the best Ultra Beast. Mimikyu might be my favorite of this whole. It's Mimikyu or Sandslash, I think. Ooh. Guzzlord. Incineroar. Ooh. Solgaleo. I don't see myself picking for best starter. Do I swap this? Because I don't know what to put here. I'll go Primarina here. And then for best starter, I'll go Litten. Gimmick form. Out of one that I... Oh no, Mega Drampa. Duh. Mega Drampa. Lunala. I was going to say Necrozma. But it's... Is it Mimikyu or is it Sandslash? Is it Mimikyu or Sandslash? Okay. I really like Sandslash. But it's Mimikyu. Because it's just the coolest. Like, when I first saw this, I was like, that is the coolest idea for a Pokemon they've ever done. Until Gen 9, and we'll see why later. I don't like Gen 8. Can we skip Gen 8? You know, we'll do this one fast. Normal, Obstagoon, Fire. Is it you? Your best starter, though. So I'll go Cinderace. Water. Urshifu. Grass. Oh, no, Electrode. Electric. No, actually. We can go Flapple here, and then Electrode here. Ice. You are terrible. You are awful. I like this guy. I like the Zen mode guy. Here, Grapple Arced. Here. The Weezing. Stunfisk is cool. He's got a really cool idea. Oh, absolutely Corviknight. Are you kidding me? That might be the best one of the generation. Like, honestly. Articuno. It's Smartacuno. Here, probably... I guess I'll go you. But they all kind of suck. Like, here too. Like, I guess I'll go Dreadnought. Because I like Dreadnought. But, like, do I really love it? No. I'll go Zoroark here. Dragon. Ooh, should I have picked something... Oh, no, duh, Duraludon. Ooh, should I have gone something different for normal? Because Obstagoon might have to be here. Ooh. Okay, I'll go Linoon here. Obstagoon here. Yeah. And for Steel... Oh, Goodra. You kidding me? Of course. Fairy... Not picking the cum. I'll go Big Cake because it's funny. And then here, it's Typhlosion, of course. Best gimmick. I do like Mega Phalanx. It's overrated though. Do I pick this twice? Because it is just the best one here. Yeah, I'll go G-Max Corviknight. Then Goodra. Then Zamazenta? Yeah. And then best Goodra. That, it blew my mind. When I first saw those leaks, I was like, that is Steel type Goodra? Like, that is so cool. And it is. And the alpha one that you get, that you can catch, if you catch that, then use it. Because, good God. Oh, this is going to be fun. There's all the new stuff. Okay. I really like using the mouse on Showdown. Its move is very funny. Oh, Mega Delphox is awesome. But it's Skull Villain. What are grass types here? You know, I'll feel a little better about picking it there, so I'm going to go Mega Delphox. And here, I really like the idea of this, but I also Buffalo. I'll go Water Buffalo. And then Skull Villain. Spoiler alert, that's the best one of Gen 9. Like, by far. Like, easily. I hate what they did to my boy. What is that? Like, what are you? Oh, go Mechagodzilla. It's cool. Ice. Robo Bird, yeah, sure. Oh, I wish I could just pick you for everything. You're the best. There's a lot of fighting type megas, actually. Wait, he's... Oh, yeah, duh, because Embor's fighting type. You're fighting type? Oh, no, duh, Sliverwing. Duh. Duh, obviously. Mega Scolipede. I don't know what I think of these two specifically. Like, they're cool, but, like... Eh. I'll go Mega Dragalge there. I hate you. I hate Mega Excadrill. I love Great Tusk though. Oh, perfect. I was gonna say I want to pick Mega Clefable for something, and I get to now. I love this Iron Leaves. Ooh, do I change this? This is really good in Poker Rogue, and it's very fun to use. So I'll swap that and put Sliverwing there. My voice is fried. I'll go Big Salt Man. No, this one. He's funny looking. I like Greavid. Greavid's really cute. I'll go to Feraligatr because it's just such a cool idea. Or Roaring Moon. I was gonna say I like them all, but Roaring Moon is just the coolest. Tinkerton easily. Oh, this guy. And then. Ooh. But I already went Mega Embor for something else. Did I? Wait, else? Did I not go Mega Embor for something? Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect. I'll go Mega Embor then. What's the best out of these that I haven't chosen? I'll give it Mega Chesnaught because that's the last one that I really like that I haven't chosen. Legend. They have the riding ones on it. That's funny, but I'll go Koraidon. Favorite. Is it one of the new Megas? I haven't picked the best Megas because if I had Mega Scrafty here, I would absolutely have chosen it. Do I swap this for this, and then I can put Mega Scrafty as my favorite here? Yeah, I think that looks good. That looks good to me. Then I can change this one to Quaxley. Yeah, alright. Favorite normal type. I think it is still Ditto. Like, that's been that way my whole life. Fire. It's Typhlosion. Water. It's probably Vaporeon. Is it? Is it? Out of the... Oh, I haven't done very good on this category, have I? I'll go Azumarill. Why not? Here, oh, it's Scovillain. Electric. Ampharos. Ice. You. Fighting. Heracross. Poison. Probably Roserade, to be honest. Ground. I'm gonna go Steelix. Here, easy. It's literally Daniel and the cooler Daniel. Like, Skarmory is just so peak. Here, Espeon. Here, Slitherwing. Ooh, this is... I'll go Mad Cargo. Here, Aegislash. For this, Haxorus. For this, Sharpedo. Metagross. I'll go you. No, Primarina. I have to be real. Starter, Cyndaquil, Mega, Scrafty, Legend, Mewtwo, Favorite, Cyndaquil. There we go. There it is, the official, my current favorites list. ZA actually shook it up quite a bit. There's quite a good amount of new ZA Megas in play here, I will say. Which is, for all the shit ZA's gotten from people that need to go have a wash. The Megas are definitely great. I'm going to build a team. Right. Cyndaquil. Wait, did I just change something? I don't know. Anyway, this. Mega Scrafty. Aegislash. Haxorus. Where's Espeon? Espeon. And Skarmory. Goated team. Goated team. Regional bird. Oh, out of the first ones? That's not one. Not you. I'll probably just go Pidgey. Mammal. Ugh. I prefer the term regional rodent, but it's this Rattata. Bug? I like Tarantula, why not? Pseudo, Biscudra, Pika-Clone, Mimikyu, Evolution, Espeon, Fossil, Cradilly, regional form. Wait for it all to load. Is it just Gudra again? You know, for the sake of difference, I'll go with the Typhlosion. Gigantamax. I really like... I just think it's a funny concept. Oh, it's like a sniper tower. Okay? Get off me. Oh, baby? Where's my goat? I didn't put him on the list, but he's cool. Load. Where is he? Where is he? There he is. Magby. Box legendary. Okay. Oh. I think it is Palkia. Like, I really like Palkia. That's a box legend, I guess. Mythical, Jirachi, Beast, this guy, Paradox. I put a lot of it on my list, but it is still Slitherwing. Type. Where is it? This one, obviously. Ball. Where's the quick ball? There's the quick ball. Spin that, I don't know. That one, sure. Vivillon. Pokeball. Alchemy. Big. New Evo. Espeon. Nah, for the sake of difference. You. There we go. That's done. That was a nice way to cut some time. Toontough? Toontough? Please? Ah, piss off. Where is it? Where's me Toon Surf? Something tells me it isn't even coming out today. But in that case, I was right. How it isn't ever coming out. Damn, I felt so stupid. If only I'd known I was right. To be honest, my voice is a bit shot after that. I'm just gonna put a video on, get some hydration in me. You know what? Where was that video we were watching earlier? History. There we go. Right. We'll go back to this. Because I want to be able to commentate properly for when Toon Surf comes out.
Then I made a big oopsie. I accidentally ended up playing day 4 for a second time without realizing, in which I ended up using 8 power-ups. But this isn't too big of a deal because it just means that we have to subtract 8 from the final count. But I thought I should mention it just in case some people are using the power-ups in the bottom right to keep track of the count, because this definitely would have confused things. But that aside, day 5 also had 2 flags, and I started off with a Zappy power and then 3 more Zappy powers until we reached the first big wave, in which I used the snowball power up solely due to the reason that there was a bucket head. And after beating that wave, I used 2 more Zappy powers, a snowball power, and then 1 more Zappy until we reached the final wave, which had a couple more of the bucket heads, so I had to use the snowball power up. And thankfully, I took all the zombies out with just 1. Day 6, again, 2 flags, and I took out the first couple of zombies using a Zappy, and then a couple more Zappies to take out some more basic zombies that came in. And right after, I used a snowball power because I was unsure if the 2 cone heads would be dealt with by the Zappy, which then sent in the final wave, and I used another snowball power to get rid of most of it, going back to the Zappy for more of the lingering zombies that I'd missed. And one of the more annoying zombies of this world are the pirate swinging ones, since they jump in almost halfway through the map, which makes it so the snowball is kind of hard to get all the zombies with. So I was forced to use another Zappy just for 2 more zombies. Day 7 started off with a bunch of basic zombies that I zapped away, but then a barrel roller zombie was sent in. But the Zappy and snowball would make the imps fly out, so I ended up actually using the flick power up to get rid of it this time. But then as some bigger hordes came in, I went back to using the snowball and Zappy powers. And for the final wave, I chose to use the Zappy power, which actually led to the barrels surviving and the imps popping out. So for them, I had to use another snowball power, beating day 7.
Just
Day 8 was a conveyor level with 1 flag, and I started off by torching some zombies with the Zappy, and then about halfway through converting to the snowball power. Then, as the wave was going on, I kept using the powers that seemed applicable in the moment, but then the final wave sent in 2 gargantuars of the pirate seas, for which I ended up using the snowball power up for. And the first gargantuar I completely eviscerated, but the second one I didn't realize that I didn't fully defeat, so I actually launched this imp and I had to use a Zappy to get rid of them. Day 9, we went back up to 2 flags and some tankier zombies throughout the levels, so I was having to use more snowball power-ups than the Zappy ones. And I kind of messed up in the final wave because I thought the Zappy would be enough for all the zombies sent, 100%, but it wasn't. So I had to use a second zappy just for these 2 zombies at the end. Day 10, things ramped up even more with now the level having 3 flags. And for the first couple of zombies, I ended up using the zappy power and then converting to the snowball power later on. But then another annoyance of the Pirate Seas was introduced, which was the imp cannons that sit in the very back. But if you're able to take these out before they launch any imps, they aren't much of a problem. Their true problem comes in when they launch the imps before you take them out. So now you have to take care of the imp and the cannon. And these could easily make me waste more power-ups if I'm not carefully taking them out. But with that aside, we had now beaten day 10 of Pirate Seas, and the total power-up usage had gone to 246. Day 11, we'd gone back down to 2 flags, and it took us 5 total power-ups to reach and beat the first big wave. And then taking me another 5 to reach and beat the final big wave as well, totaling to 10 power-ups used in just this one level. Day 12 of Pirate Seas is actually a pretty special level, and that's due to the reason that it's one of the 5 levels that we actually got power-ups. So we move on to the next level.
I actually
And day
forgot
13
that
is
they
a
turned them
special
off for
level
that.
as well, because it's our very first sun production level. And in normal
okay,
challenges,
that's
we'd
a bit
skip these
boring,
levels
but
since we
sure.
have to use sunflowers, but I wanted to get as close to the total amount of power-ups as possible, and I didn't want to skip any levels that allowed the use of power-ups. So for the sun production levels, I'll be allowing the use of sunflowers to reach the sun goal, but then of course only using power-ups to beat the zombies. And this makes it so we still get an accurate representation of how many power-ups we have to use to beat almost all of PvZ2. Because like the previous coconut cannon level, there are only 4 more levels that we have to skip over, and they all come into play in modern day. So for the next 8 worlds, there will be no skip days. Day 14 is originally a prep your defenses level, and it only has 1 flag with huge hordes of zombies, so we mainly end up using just the snowball power. And in total this level, I used 7 snowball power-ups and 0 of the zappy or the flick. Day 15, I first quickly shoveled the 3-peater, and we also had to protect these flowers in the back from being trampled on. And thankfully, it was still only 2 flags and not 3 or 4, so there weren't too many zombies to worry about. And of course, as the imp cannons would come in, I'd instantly zap them and take them out so the imps wouldn't get launched. And of course, as the final wave came in, I chose to use the snowball power-up to take out all the zombies in one go. Day 16 is actually a pretty interesting one because we have to protect these 2 spring beans in the middle. And this leads to us having to constantly use our power-ups because the distance between the spring bean and the start of the map isn't too big. So if I happen to give the zombies any room to work with, I'd lose because they take the spring bean out. And for style points, I used the flick power-up to take out this last barrel roller zombie. Day 17 had 2 flags, and we had to beat a certain amount of zombies under a certain amount of time. And I had a pretty cool idea of trying to flick the zombie into the water, which actually worked perfectly. So I might be using this power-up a little more in Pirate Seas than I thought. But that's a big maybe, because as for the rest of the using zappy and snowball power-ups. And in the final wave, I surprisingly took out all these zombies just with 1 snowball power-up. I think I was getting better at using it. Day 18 had 2 flags, and again, I used the flick power-up to start off the level to beat these 2 zombies. And then when the wave could have been dangerous with the 3 imp cannons, but I got them down pretty easy, and I was able to defeat all the zombies just with 1 snowball power-up. Day 19, again, was a level where we had to collect sun and also protect these flowers in the middle from being trampled on. And the collect sun goal was very minimal, and the flowers were also placed pretty far back, so these 2 challenges weren't too difficult. The only lane we'd have to worry about would be that middle lane in case one of the swinging pirates came in and got too close to the flowers. So I was using power-ups right away when I noticed them come in. And in doing so, day 19 was beaten pretty easily. Day 20, again, was a collecting sun level, and this time it was
I just realized he has
lower at
mastery
1,000.
200
And even better was the fact that this
those
level
2.
only had 1 flag. And so we got through this level pretty quickly.
leveling up
and
2
next was
cediums,
320
and it was the last 2
power-ups. Day
plant of the week-
21 was a
plant of the week
combo of
plants.
challenges as we had to collect
getting
2,500
seed
sun
packets is
and also
difficult.
defeat a certain amount of zombies under a certain amount of time. But the good thing was there was only 1 flag. And for this level, I was using mostly the zappy power-up as there weren't many tanky zombies being sent in. And as the final wave came in, there was a bucket head, so I chose to use the snowball just for this horde. Day 22 is always an interesting one, but this time it was a little different, as our main goal was try and not let the imp cannons launch the imps, so we had to use our power-ups whenever we saw them come in and take them out right away. But there was just so many imp cannons that we're only having to use a power-up without any break. But at the same time, we also had to account for the pirates that were almost making it to the lawnmowers. And in doing this, we ended up using 9 power-ups in total to beat day 22. Day 23, again, we had to defeat a certain amount of zombies in a certain amount of time, and also had to protect these flowers in the middle from being trampled on. And once again, there was only one flag. The game was being pretty generous with these, so we actually ended up beating this level using only 7 power-ups. Day 24 was the second to last level, and I started off by trolling the zombie with the flick, and then going back to the regular power-ups as more zombies started coming in. And with several more snowball power-ups, the entirety of day 24 was beat, and now we're on to the boss of the pirate season. And of course, the main strategy is still just snowball spamming. And I did test out how power was going to do, and it did a decent amount, but it was still less than the snowball power. And in total, I ended up using 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and finally 13 power-ups to beat the entirety of the Pirate Seas boss. And with that, the power-up total had now reached 367. Another cool thing was that our Zappy and Snowball power-up were now at the same number once again. But that aside, next up...
That jump is crazy. It was at like what 160 something.
Day 1 of the Wild West, of course, only had one
just,
flag
like,
and the
dumb
most
challenge
basic
idea,
of
I love
zombies,
it.
and it was beaten using 6 power-ups in total. Day 10 was mostly the same with 1 flag, but I had already brought in bucket heads, so I was having to use the snowball powers much earlier on. But even with this addition, this level was also beat only using 6 power-ups in total. Honestly, a pretty good start. 3 also started off very similarly with 1 flag and basic zombies, but then it also introduced the piano zombies of the world, which again, I had to use the snowball power for. And for the 3rd time in a row, we beaten the level with just 6 power-ups. Day 4 was a pretty interesting level because it's one of the ones where they give you a plant each wave, but thankfully they still allow you to use your power-ups, so all I did was plant my plant and then I shoveled it right away before it got any damage off. And then I'll just use the Zappy or the snowball to beat the rest of the zombies. But even though each wave was only taking 1 power-up in total, this level in itself had 10 waves in total, which meant I was basically forced to use 10 power-ups to beat the entirety of this level, breaking our streak of the 6 power-ups. Day 5, we'd gone up to 2 flags, and all the early zombies were being defeated using the Zappy power-up, and then as some tankier zombies came in, I switched to the snowballs. A mini cool thing about the snowballs is that they defuse the dynamite that the dynamite zombie carries, which makes it so that it can't jump over anymore. Day 6 is originally a prep your defenses level, and as we've seen with all of these, they've only had 1 flag, but a ton of strong zombies, so we always end up having to use the snowball power-up to take these guys out. And I almost beat this entire level with only 6 power-ups used, but I missed these 2 zombies at the end, so I had to use a 7th Zappy power to take them out. Day 7 had 2 flags, and I was getting bored of using the other 2 power-ups, so I used the flick just to switch things up a little bit. But of course, as it's inefficient, I went back to the better one. And the Wild West is actually a pretty tricky one because of the zombies in the middle and the bottom middle lane, because you never know if they're going to be an easy zombie or the ones with the metal plates that are tanky. So it's always a safer option just to go with the snowball power-up to take them out. So every time I'd see these guys, I'd mainly just use the snowball power-up to be safe, because if they ended up being tanky ones, the Zappy power would just go to waste. Day 8 is a conveyor level with 2 flags, and I mainly started off by using the Zappy powers, but as a bucket head came in, I switched to the snowball power, and then as bucket heads were consistently coming in, we're basically only using the snowball powers for this level. But besides the bucket head, there was another tanky zombie, the Gargantuar, which absolutely got obliterated before it even made it onto the map. And then within the final wave, I actually missed this Gargantuar and another imp, so I used a Zappy power to take care of them. Day 9 is supposed to be a level where the game picks your plants for you, but that doesn't really affect us, and all we have to worry about is the 2 flags. And right here, you can see what I mean by the Zappy power goes to waste, because that one tanky zombie in the middle survived because I was using the Zappy power. So I had to use another one just to beat it, and thankfully some other zombies that had come in as well. And learning from this, I used a snowball for the final wave wave and took out all the zombies with one power up. Day 10 was pretty interesting because it started off with the basic zombie and only one flag, but then it threw in the chicken wrangler zombie, who of course we had to use the zappy power for because the snowballs can be good, but if you miss, the chickens will most likely make it to the end. And you're gonna notice me start to spam a lot more zappy powers just to deal with these chickens, as they are actually kind of a threat to us. And so this level was basically beat only using the zappy power. Day 11 only had one flag and also a 500 sun limit. And of course, we aren't using any sun, so that isn't much of a problem. And once again, I only used zappy powers for the entirety of this level, and pretty surprisingly, I only had to use 6 in total. And after day 11, we had now reached a total of 460 power-ups used. In day 12, we went back to the level where it gives you one plant per wave, where we have to shovel them right away and then use our power-ups. Now it's mainly, but then a level brought in a bucket head, so I switched over to the snowball power-up. And it's actually safe for me to use the snowball power-up because this level shows you what zombies it's about to send, and a chicken wrangler wasn't one of them. And the final level had a lot of tanky zombies, so of course I had to use one more snowball power. And this level actually forced me to use 10 power-ups in total as well. Day 13, we went back to normal and 2 flags. Again, just spamming the zappy power whenever I could. And this level actually introduced the mechanical bull zombie, who normally I'd use the snowball power for, but since it was alone, I actually ended up just using too many zombies for a zappy to handle. I used a snowball power up, but I actually missed one of the dynamite zombies, so I had to use a zappy to take care of it. Day 14, once again, was a pretty normal level with only 2 flags, but this time there were chicken wranglers. And you can see here that the snowball power up can deal with the chickens, but it's a little scary because I have to be semi-accurate with there, as one of the chickens almost made it to the end. So next time I straight up just used the zappy power from the start. But for the final wave, we had to do a bit of a combination because there's too many zombies. So first I used the snowball power up and then quickly changed to the zappy when the chickens started running out. But because of the chickens, this was the first final wave that I had to use 3 power-ups on. Day 15 had 1 flag, and the normal challenge was that we couldn't lose more than 2 plants. And this level doesn't actually have any chickens, but I was still mainly only using the zappy power. And that's because there's now a second reason that was important that I only use the zappy powers when applicable. And the reason was that we're only on the easy worlds and we'd already used so many power-ups. So I was genuinely scared that I might run out of snowball powers. Day 16, we had to protect this walnut, and the very first thing I did was move it to the very bottom lane because that made it to where it was the closest to the power-ups, just in case it got in danger. That meant that I could quickly choose the power-up and then quickly kill the zombie that was eating the walnut. But this wasn't something that I really had to deal with at all, as there weren't any chicken zombies, and all the other zombies I was able to take care of before they even got past the first 2 to 3 lanes. Day 17, we had to protect these flowers in the very middle of the map. And this time the level had 2 flags. And truthfully, my only worry was the chicken zombies, so I was trying to zap as fast as I could. And halfway through, a bull was sent, which I was able to defeat pretty easily, and it was starting to look like there weren't any chickens on this level. So for the first big wave, I chose to use a snowball power-up. And then, as I basically confirmed there were no chickens, I was starting to use the snowball power-up a little more, just so I didn't end up wasting any of the zappy powers either. Day 18 is normally a prep your defenses level, and it starts off strong by sending in a couple of chicken wranglers, who of course I zapped, but then I ended up zapping a couple of the chicken wranglers that were coming in from the back, so I had to use another zap quickly to get the chickens before they reached the lawnmowers. But these chickens felt non-stop as I'd get rid of some of them, but then more would come out right after, so I was having to constantly just zap over and over again. This level literally gave me no room to breathe, as I'd literally lose if I let go of any of the power-ups. But even though it was annoying, it was also satisfying at the same time seeing all the zombies get eviscerated. And we ended up using 12 power-ups on this one level. Day 19 had a 2,000 sun limit, and also the fact that we couldn't lose more than 2 plants. Both extremely useless challenges in the face of power-ups. And this time we used a total of 11 zappy power-ups to beat this entire level. Day 20 was once again one of the levels that has the mini waves where we plant and shovel the plant right away. And for the first 5 waves, we used the zappy power as it was all we needed. And then the 6th one brought in a bucket head, so I switched over to the snowball. And on the 10th wave, they threw a chicken wrangler at us, so I first had to use the zappy power to get rid of it, and then a snowball to get rid of the more tankier ones. And this led to me using 11 power-ups. Day 21 again had 2 more challenges, with us having to protect the flowers from being trampled on, and also a 1750 sun limit. And this entire level was basically beat with zappy powers until, of course, the final wave came in with some tanky zombies, so I resorted to using the snowball power once more. And now our power-up total had reached 559. Day 22 only 2 flags. And something I noticed about the Wild West is that most of the levels either only had 2 or 1 flags. I believe there's only 1 level with 3 flags and then 0 with 4 flags, which was pretty cool for this challenge. But the amount of flags get much worse very soon as we enter the next worlds. Day 23 was a pretty scary one as it had 2 flags and we also had to protect these flowers in the middle. And the main thing making it scary was the chickens that almost got there and I had to quickly use a zappy to get rid of them. And then as we started approaching the final wave, more and more chicken zombies were being sent, so I was having to constantly use the zappy to beat them. This level felt even worse than that one prepare your defenses one, as we basically had 3 less columns to work with. But even with the full to beat day 23 on my first attempt. Day 24, we had to protect these 3 walnuts on these mine carts, and the very first thing I did was move them all to the middle lane. And this just makes it easier for me to see which zombies are a threat to the walnuts. This level also had chickens, so I was mainly just using the zappy power as well. And as the final wave was sent in, I first used the snowball power and then a zappy power to take care of the lingering chickens. And now we're on to the boss of the Wild West. And in total, it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and finally 11 total power-ups to beat the boss of the Wild West, making our total power-ups used 609. Next up, Frostbite Caves was probably the most unique world of them all. And that's because it's the only world that has the fire power-up. And this fire power-up just
This
so
is what I
happens
was
to be
interested
almost
to
better
see.
than all the power-ups in every aspect. There is one thing that the zap and the snowballs are better at, but I'll mention that later on. Because for now, the fire power was destroying all the zombies thrown at it. And you'll notice
Wow,
throughout
and it
this
resets
entire
the
world,
count
the only
as well.
power-up I'll be using is basically the fire one. And that's because we have 2,000 of it, and this is the only world that we're allowed to use it in. And this allows me to save my zappy and my snowballs for the later worlds. Day 2 in particular only had 1 flag and 6 frozen plants and was beat using a total of 6 fire powers. But you could see that the worlds were picking things up on day 3 because it already had 2 flags. But the good thing about the fire power was it doesn't really care for the tankier bucket heads and is able to torch them at the same pace as any other zombie. And the final wave of day 3 sent in a ton of zombies, and normally the snowball or the zappy wouldn't be able to take these out in 1 power up, but the flame one on the other hand was easily able to deal with them with just half the timer. Day 4 again was a normal level with 2 flags, and it took a total of 4 fire powers to beat the first big wave. And identically to the first big wave, the final wave also took 4 fire powers to reach and beat. Day 5 was a conveyor level with 2 flags, 3 frozen bong choy, and 5 frozen cabbage bolts. And the damage on the fire power was so good that we'd be able to take out the snowstorm zombies before they got too far. But I did notice one thing though. The snowball thrower zombies took a little more damage to beat with the fire power than the other. I know the reason for this because I'm pretty sure that they aren't tankier than the bucket heads. And it might just be that they take less damage from fires. But with that aside, the final wave was once again torched with just 1 power. Day 6, again, only 2 flags. And the first big wave was beaten within 3 powers. And the final wave followed, in which I thought was going to take 3 powers as well. But right after I torched all these guys, 3 more snowball throwers were sent. So I actually ended up having to use 1 more power for these ones. Day 7, once again, had 2 flags and some frozen plants alongside some frozen Yeti imps. And the frozen plants I shoveled right after I broke them out of the ice. And nothing new was introduced in this level and was beat within 7 powers. Day 8 was a conveyor with 2 flags. And the main thing this level was a lot of snowstorms. So I'd wait for them to come in, and then once they'd all come in, I would start using the power up on them and instantly burning them all. It's pretty satisfying powering through all these zombies. And you can see that snowball thrower in the bottom left somehow survived the fire. And to take it out, I waited for the final wave to fully come in, and so I torched it before it reached a lawnmower, and then taking out the rest of the level as well. Next up was day 9, which already brought in the 3rd flag. And then it also introduced the Dodo Mech zombies, which actually aren't too big of a problem and are easily defeated. And even though this level did have 3 flags, we somehow still still beat it using only 7 power-ups. Day 10 only had 2 flags and was a conveyor level. It sent in some minimal snowstorms, which weren't too big of a deal. Realistically, this level
I'm
just
going
sent in very
back
few
into
zombies in
Dutch's
general.
stream.
And now, with us having used 70 fire powers in total and none of the other ones, our total power-ups used
The universal roll. Foxy Tornado.
Hold on. I'm just gonna pull up the... There we go. Sorry, I just needed to grab a screenshot of the grave. Whoop. I mean, thank you guys for being, like, really patient, to be fair. Not with Toon Turf, with, the fact that I've been streaming for this long, and you guys are, a lot of you guys are still here. Like, you've maintained. That's insane. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate you guys sticking around. Oliver the Fire, thank you for the 5 again. It's because Riggy is having PTSD of the fire. He forgot the color of it, so he thinks it's purple. That's a cool theory, man. I don't know how well it holds up. Considering we do see the purple sometimes as fire, like red. Sometimes, yeah. W Dachi, my favorite lore human. Thank you, Bundan. I appreciate it. Usually I'm people's 3rd favorite lore person, 4th sometimes, but appreciate it. Hold on. Usually the number 1 spot is typically Matt Pat, and then, you know, you've got other theorists that tend to specify another thing, but, you know, we don't need to get into specifics. Wait, Dano died because Riggy put metal in the microwave. I guess that's what we're going with. Hold on, I'm gonna quickly... I need to quickly post this, sorry. There we go. Sorry, had to post that thing. Why is it? Sorry, it's trying to get me to use Grok to explain the post. I think it speaks for itself. I haven't ate in 6 hours, dude. Please go get something to eat. Whereas me, I ate. My favorite thermometer he picked out secret. Olive, thank you for the 2. I don't know if I quite get what you're talking about. Should I post a picture of a pineapple pizza and at Dacia? I swear down. Shouldn't you test my patience sometimes? You're a good friend. I love you, man. But dude, also we need to do a meetup at some point. Not talking to you, chat, talking to me and Shimmer, because what's it? Last time I went out with people, you need to be there, man. You're cool to hang out with. We haven't done a big group meetup in a while. The last one was D&D, and that was D&D. And we do it online anyway. I'm sorry. Anyway, that Check Twitter. Okay, that's just mean. Greenie. What the hell? Greenie posted a picture of a pineapple pizza, by the way, just so people know. Hey, Bundun, if you're still in chat, you're late for your stream. I definitely don't have... Aw, don't make me vomit from how sickly sweet you're being. Aw, I do hate you. I hate you so much. Battle for the throne. Thank you for the 5. This is my last resort to being noticed. He drowned in too many questions on why Toon Turf is now. Yeah, that's good. I like that one. Thank you, Battle for the throne. I'm sorry I didn't see you. Oh look, Bunlun's live. Let's check out that.
Do the torture method. We're not torturing anyone, chat.
What the hell?
Or are we? Or are we? Do we? We could.
Sorry, I'm gonna wait for context. Is he torturing a plushie?
This guy has been a little bit cocky recently. Just start stabbing. Just start stabbing this guy, dude. This guy's already like absolutely fried. Bro.
I haven't watched a Bundun stream in a while. Has he? Is there like chalk on his eye? What happened to that plushie, man? What the hell? I don't trust that. I love Bundun though, he's great. Not the axolotl, no. This is the final donor. I have a message. Day off a while now, so he can go back, and then we'll have little Riggy is a Crosby how things. Thank you for the 10, Oliver the fart. Thank you for the donor. I appreciate it. I don't quite get a lot of the things you're saying right now, but oh, people are saying Toon Turf in Hey, someone ratted on me. Someone said I was watching Bundun. Don't. Nah, not gonna watch anymore. If you guys rat on me, that's not. The thumbnail is anything but true. Look, we're gonna watch it eventually, okay? The less you spam, the faster it comes out. That's true. That is canon knowledge. We know this. What? Dude, I've had streams going for much longer. We can wait for Toon Turf. Can I ask one reason why you're not answering my chat? I'm sorry, sometimes chat goes really fast and I don't really I'm not able to look at every message that's sent. I'm sorry, man. I'm shutting up now. Oh no, dude, this is fine. I'm just saying no spam. And us mods want to have a chill stream. Yeah, do it for the mods, man. They need it. They're not getting paid. That's because of me, by the way, but we don't talk about that. The less you spam, the more you give me strength to send Dacia pineapple on pizza. Are you saying that you don't have the strength to do it now? Are you saying you're weak, Shimmer? It's your birthday today. Happy birthday, Emerald Mint. It's also my mother's birthday. And for her birthday, she gets Toon Turf.
Again, we gotta do something to pass the time, I think.
I guess
I'll
sitting
be
in
back
silence
for
is the
Toon
thing
Turf
that's happening
when
while we
it
wait.
bloody comes out. I thought of something to pass the time with. Megalord tier list.